rap has never had a more prosperous time for women in the space than what we're seeing right now. There are a multitude of women who are, having a whole bunch of hits, going viral, selling albums, going on tours, pretty much anything that you could have in terms of success for a rapper. They're seeing that type of success right now. Names like Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Lotto, Glorilla, they're all having success, and it's at the exact same time. And this is very unprecedented for the rap space. But at the same time, there is a plague that has infected the female rap space and is attempting to kill the momentum from the inside out.
I feel like before he even gets started into the video, I feel like right now is the most easiest time to enter into the rap game and make music. And when creating music nowadays, I feel like it's easier to be a vibe artist than like an artist who make music for the love of making music. You feel what I'm saying? So it's easier to be like JP instead of an artist like Tyler the Creator. You feel what I'm saying? And he did mention something about a plague. And before he even gets started into the video, I want to say what I think the plague is for female rap. Me personally is, I think the more vulgar and more out there you get, the more popular you become. And that's what, not even just with women, that's with men too. If they talk about more stuff that's like not normal, they'll get like more notoriety, more fame and stuff like that. So I do feel like it is a plague within the female rap industry, which is vulgarness and over sexualizing themselves. And that's just a plague that I see. Now, am I taking away from these young women's talents? No, because I think some female rap artists out there really can rap and really do have passion and emotion behind it. But the music that they put out, you would never know because of how they present themselves, what they rap about, how their song is structured. It's just, that's the way I see it, but we can get back to it.
Nicki Minaj has been the prototype and the gold standard for this current era of female rap. And by going all in, this means massive budgets for music creation, features, massive budgets for marketing, including interviews and billboards and advertisements all over the place, and the best producers they can find, and oftentimes even writers to help assist that artist in creating music. They basically treat this person like they have the potential to be this huge, massive Billboard topping #1 star. Kind of like how if you were to have a young LeBron James on your team, you're going to invest pretty much all of your resources into creating an environment where LeBron can succeed, because you know that this young kid LeBron could possibly be one of the greatest of all time if you give them the right surroundings.
Hey ladies, if you was to be watching my video, or if you're a man and you got a girl who want to rap and stuff, tell her to hop up on it.
Pause.
Tell her to start locking in and tell her to do whatever it takes, because most of these females out here not even star potential, but they throwing money. Like he just said, they throwing money at them. They throwing money just to see if they have the potential, because it's not guaranteed that they're gonna blow up and they're gonna be this big star and stuff. No, it's not the guarantee, because these labels are trying to find a Nicki Minaj prototype and they're trying to push it out to you, and they're trying to do whatever they can to get the most bang for their buck. If you want to be in the limelight, if you want to be a rapper and you want to do all this stuff, be prepared to do whatever it takes, because bro, they are going to give you everything that you want, and in return you're going to have to do everything that they say. So just be prepared for whatever it is, because it's not even a guarantee that you blow up. If you want to get in, you better get in now and get in where you fit in, because one I swear to you, one TikTok hit, bro, just give yourself one TikTok hit, I swear to you that you'll be up. I'm giving y'all the formula, y'all better listen. Get in the booth, make one good hit, push that shit out on TikTok, make a dance challenge if you have to, nigga, it don't matter, push that shit out. And once you push it out, boom, the label's gonna be calling. Swear to you. You're gonna be up. You're gonna be doing interviews. You're gonna be doing shows. You're gonna be doing this. You're gonna be doing that. Look at Ice Spice.
Overall, just takes away opportunities from much more deserving women in the space, especially, and that's especially bad when there aren't that many opportunities to begin with for these women in the space. So, of course, there's nothing really wrong with hitting a lick. Like, I don't mind that, doing something just to get your money up, help your family out, pay your rent, buy a house, do all that. That's great. But at the end of the day, when you end up taking opportunities from somebody who deserves it a lot more than you probably do and works at it way harder than you do and cares way more than you do, and then you go in there and take that opportunity, not only do you take it from them, but you kind of ruin that opportunity and kind of make it so where labels are way more cautious in actually investing into these artists because they're not getting a return. It's kind of wrong. I won't say it's wrong, but it's kind of a jerk move because you end up ruining it for the people who are behind you waiting to get their opportunity when you go up there and take that opportunity and pretty much just waste it.
Wholeheartedly agree with that. It's just like okay, so you come into the game and you know you're an industry plant, right? You know everything's finna be handed to you. When you up here, why not just put people on? That's so selfish of y'all. You already got stamped guaranteed cheese, and you not gonna go put somebody else on who been working on this shit for 10 years. Over here you got the tours, you got the shows, you got the being on stream with Carson that and all that bullshit, and you telling me you not finna go put sis on that been working this shit for years, bro? Just like with fucking that Ice Spice and Cleopatra shit. That whole time you couldn't just been cool with her and just put her on? This whole time you couldn't even stick up for her? This whole time you couldn't even put her on a flyer to your own show? This whole time? Like, you couldn't just do one thing, bro. You're guaranteed cheese, bro. Every single thing that you want, you already got it. And you telling me you can't even get her a shout out on your Instagram story? Like, what is up with this? Is why I'm not understanding about certain people. Stagnant, you're not doing nothing. Like, bro, shout the ones that's coming up out. Just be like, hey, like, she's so dope. Like, I love the way she rap. Y'all go listen to her. Go put your fans onto them. They your fans. At the end of the day, they gonna come back around. They gonna come back to you. You're taking away opportunities for females who really want it, for real, who wants to be in the space. It's different if you wanted it, but bro, you're an industry plant. I cannot respect nobody who literally was given that shit, and you're not gonna help the next female out for what? Like, that shit really drives me insane. She couldn't even get a chicken salad. Like, you see what I'm talking about? Like, bro.
And use like nightclub venues, and then she ended up releasing her own album, and then I believe she's going on tour again. So she's really been grinding. She's really been putting a lot of effort into making music a full-time successful career for herself. And she's, kind of kind of put herself in a space to be ridiculed and joked on because she went from being one of the hottest acts in rap, especially in the female rap space at the end of the 2010s, to somebody who's performing in, 100-seaters or maybe a hookah lounge or a nightclub or, a bar and grill. Like, she went to these very, very small venues and actually is going and putting herself out there as a solo artist and grinding. And that's hard to do. It's hard to humble yourself when you go from somebody who's, on tour with Lil Baby to now your local hookah lounge. That's hard to do. So you can really see that she really wants it. She's really grinding.
And I do commend her for doing that, because when you go from being on top of the world to hitting rock bottom, that's kind of hard for a lot of people to like suck up to. You feel me? Like, a lot of people was really ridiculing her and like calling her out and stuff like that. But it's just like, why y'all making fun of her for trying? Like A$AP Rocky said, when has it not been cool to try? You a loser for trying to call somebody else a loser for trying to do what they want to do with their life. Like, what? Like, I never understood that about people, because it's just like, bruh, JT ain't never bothered nobody, and JT is actually a great rapper. I always favored JT over Miami when it came to the City Girls. So, like, her taking her career solo was a really good move for her. I really do commend JT. I think it was apparent when they was coming up that JT wanted it way more than Young Miami, but that's just me.
At this point, Saweetie's more influencer than she is artist, and that's not me trying to be like super rude. That's just kind of how I view her. She does still have some songs that go viral, and maybe they get on the Billboard Hot 100, but you have to really remember that push for Saweetie a couple years ago. If you were really paying attention like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, there was a really big push for Saweetie and really trying to make her work. And again, she had some hits here and there. Like she has some songs that go viral. It's not like she's a complete trash can artist. She's not the worst rapper of all time. But there was a really big push for her. She even had a McDonald's meal like a couple years ago. And that, like, McDonald's isn't, fine dining or anything like that, but it's one of the biggest and most recognizable brands on this planet. Listen to this list of names of people who have had McDonald's meals: Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Travis Scott, J Balvin, BTS, Mariah Carey, even Cardi B and Offset. And then you have Saweetie.
Bro said, and then you have Saweetie. Because that means anybody can have a fucking McDonald's meal. Nigga, you can have a McDonald's meal. I can have a McDonald's meal. They can have a McDonald's meal. They just giving McDonald's meals like we on a damn Oprah show. I knew a McDonald's meal ain't worth shit when I saw Cardi B and Offset had a McDonald's meal. After all the shit they done went through online, and you give them niggas a McDonald's meal? That's bad marketing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, and I'm just keeping it G real. I'm keeping it G real. I'm not even talking about now. Back then they were even bad. This man done cheated on her like 50 million times. And you giving them two together a meal that's supposed to be representing love and stuff? That's how you know our society fucked up. Because why is Cardi B and Offset is a representation of love? Why is them two? You might as well give Blueface and Christian Rock a McDonald's meal since we doing all that. And Saweetie, bruh, I don't know why she's still making music. She is drop dead gorgeous. If she don't get on the Victoria's Secret model walkway or something, give that girl the biggest wings. She deserve it. She could have blew off all her looks by herself. After Icy, like it's I don't understand what is the problem with being a one-hit wonder. Like just make your little hit. I mean, collect your dough and go about your business. If you can make another hit, cool. But if this ain't for you, shawty, like this, just hang it up. You feel me? Just hang it up.
Actually really do kind of like I really don't want to do this, but it's Cardi B. She's damn near patient zero of this plague in female rap. Because again, like I said with Saweetie, she's pretty much an influencer at this point. There's no denying the amount of backing and label support that went into Cardi B and making her a star. She is like really probably the first attempt at a label making their own Nicki Minaj that was actually viable. And somebody that was actually kind of a threat to Nicki at a point. Like really kind of breathing down her neck. Especially like around the time of like Invasion of Privacy and then going all the way into WAP. She was kind of breathing down Nicki's neck.
And Nicki fans hate that. It was so bad. I remember back in the day when she was really like blowing up for real, bro. Everybody was on her head. And I never understood why. But I guess so, because it's just like, you so close to Nicki and all this other stuff. Yeah. She lost her own momentum. And it's so sad to say, because I really did enjoy her music. Like, back when my frontal lobe wasn't developed, I really enjoyed her music. We haven't heard anything from Cardi B except the fact that she got another baby by the same nigga she got a McDonald's meal with, and that she cheated on him too. That's all I heard from her. Every time I hear Cardi B, it's always pulled in by Offset. Like, it's just like, it's never about, hey, she's dropping a song, or hey, she's dropping an album, or hey, she's sponsoring this, or she's sponsoring that. It's never nothing good. It's always something negative with her name added onto it. And I hate that for her, but then again, whose fault is that except for hers?
You can't deny how much Atlantic really put into making Cardi B a star. And I also say this about Cardi. I do like her music. Again, a lot of her stuff I enjoy. She makes good music. But her album Invasion of Privacy came out 6 years ago, her debut album, and it was a good album. It did great on pretty much all the metrics that you can look at it. It was a great success for Cardi B, and I liked it. I thought it was a really good project. But it's been 6 years since her debut album. 6 years. And look, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's happened in her life. I know she's become a mother and a whole bunch of other things. She got married, and she might have took a break because of whatever. Things happen in life, right? It happens. She's not the first artist to ever take a long break in between albums. Look at somebody like Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar took 5 years in between Damn and Mr. Morale. But if music was something that she really, honest to God, wanted to do, there's no way that she's going to take 6 years in between albums.
6 years, bro. 6 years. All her momentum is gone. Not really. Let me not say that. At the same time, the hype that you could have had around your name would have been way higher than your hype right now. Reputation matters when it comes to this music shit, bro. And her reputation right now is looking like, 6 years, no album, a couple singles, okay-ish representation on the internet. Who knows when her next single's gonna be? Because God knows we're not getting an album, so we don't even know when her next single is gonna be. Now that got me thinking, how long is that fucking contract with Atlantic Records? When do they push you to make an album? I gotta look up how music contracts work, because that's insane. I just thought about that. 6 years, no nothing, no album, just a couple singles throughout the years. It's like I got to look that up. I gotta look it up.
What was she before she was a rapper? And I'm not talking about that other job that involves dancing. She was a reality star, and she was kind of an influencer online. And what do those people tend to do when there isn't a direct line of like income? When they don't have a solid career to make money from, they're making money off of maybe ads on Instagram and other appearances. When they don't have that solid structure of income from at least one place, what do influencers tend to do? They start rapping. So that really should have been a major red flag for me, considering I knew who Cardi B was before she started rapping. But she, in my opinion, is a part of this plague. A failed example of this would be somebody like Bad Baby. Bad Baby jumped into the rap space, and honestly, she got a couple decent songs here and there. She got some stuff that, I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty solid. But
And you bet not lie. You bet not lie. You bet not. You know you was bumping Gucci flip-flops back in the day. You know you was. You know you was.
she just wasn't good, in my opinion. I don't think she ever made a good song, so she was just never really going to work in general. But she was, again, somebody who tried to take advantage of this plague, trying to hit a lick off rap real quick. And honestly, in my opinion, both of these women fit the bill of what I talked about sort of with Cardi B. And that is somebody, well, Cardi B not so much as these two. These two really fit the bill. Cardi B just kind of fits it. But like influencers who have a whole bunch of clout and no direct line of income. And so what do? They pick up a microphone and start rapping. They got writers behind them. Blueface is writing Chris Sean's raps and trying to produce it. That's what influencers do when they don't know where they're going to consistently get money from. Enter the music space.
Hey, look, can we stop that pipeline though? Let's stop that pipeline today. For example, never understood why the fuck is KSI making a song? Why is Jake and Logan Paul making a song? Why is all of the cast of baddies making music? Let's pack that shit up. Pack it up. But for the love of everything that is good and holy, can we just stop? It's so many other parts. Have nobody thought about starting a clothing brand, shoe business, hair business, making a cartoon? Like, it's just so many other ventures out there other than music. You know, you can start a cooking class, a strip pole dancing class, Pilates. You can be a fitness instructor. You can go back to school, become a nurse, become a doctor, lawyer. It's just so many. You can sell digital books on Etsy for $5 a pop. But you chose to be a rapper. Why? Just like YouTube, just like clothing brand owners, it's oversaturated, baby. Pack it up. You know good and well you would not be doing this shit for free. And this is the difference. Before niggas come in my comments talking about something, but you're a YouTuber. Shut up. I would do this YouTube shit for free. I'm actually am currently doing this YouTube shit for free. For the free skis. I just love doing this shit. And I would do this for free. I do this because I just love doing this. I love sitting here talking about music. I love sitting out here talking about all other types of commentary. I love sitting here on my computer editing videos. I love sitting on here listening to different types of music, see what I'm into, see what I'm not into, see what's coming out. See, I love this shit. I love it. I love doing this. This is something that even if I get old and gray, I will still get up and do this. I cannot say the same for y'all. That's the difference.
A terrible, nasty, gross human being. But, and I don't know, that might be a little bit far. But like, you just might not like her, let's just say. But she definitely at least has the work ethic to show me that she cares somewhat. It's not like she's just here to hit a lick. She puts out a song here and there and then just goes off and wants to do, Instagram lives and be all over the shade room. That's not really what her focus is. Her focus is music, and that's what it seems to be. She's on tour, or at least trying to go on tour. She's always showing up at somebody's performance. She's at Rolling Loud all the time. She's always doing something music related, and she's been making music even before she blew up. It isn't like, she was making songs and then she didn't really work out with the rap thing and then she just put it down, or maybe she never really rapped and maybe somebody encouraged her to make a song, then she blew up and then she signed to a label. No, she's been making music for a long time. So I will say, I don't think Sexyy Red is a part of the plague.
Sexyy Red is not a part of the plague because Sexyy Red actually cares. And this is what I actually love about Sexyy Red, because Sexyy Red knows who she is as an artist and she knows what she can provide. There's a lot of people out here who don't know what kind of artist they are and they don't know what they can provide. Sexyy Red knows what kind of music that she makes. Ghetto, ratchet, turn up music that you can bump in the summer times, go in a circle on top of the car on a hot Friday night. What, like Gorilla said, it's 95 degrees. She ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got her. So, she's a vibe rapper. That's it. You listen to Sexyy Red for a nice little turn up, and you turn that shit off. Okay? You don't listen to it. You don't take her shit word for word. You don't apply her music to real life. You don't do that. You listen to her, and you turn it the fuck off. That's it. You feel me? Y'all people are getting a little bit too hung up on that. That's what she is, and that's why I can respect about Sexyy Red.
Now, Ice Spice is debatable, but I'm not gonna lie, she does seem to be working decently hard in music. Like, she's been putting out music at a respectable clip. She also just put out an album. She had an album or an EP maybe a year and a half ago. So she's putting out music at a respectable clip. You might not like it. You might consider it complete trash and it's just horrible. And maybe she just needs to, do something else with her life or get some writers or something. Maybe, you might not like anything she's doing, but you can't deny that she is at least putting in the work. She's putting in the work. She's going on tour right now. She's headlining her own shows. Like, Ice Spice might not be that good just yet. She might be extremely green as an artist, but it does feel like she is actually attempting to be an artist. It's not like she's just doing this to kind of hit a lick, at least at the moment. Maybe I'll look back on this video in 5 years when Ice Spice is just, doing Instagram lives every now and then and maybe has a show on Zeus, and I might say, man, I really missed the mark there, but she does at least seem to be trying to be a rapper.
I think now she's probably working overtime because the label finding out that they losing money through her. So now she's gonna have to suck that shit up and actually do what she needs. Not gonna lie, when you take a big tank like how she did on the internet, that really do fuck up the bread flow. But her main thing is the internet. She's very heavily pushed on the internet. So her taking that big hit that she did on the internet again was very, very, very hard on the label. So they probably are going to push her a little bit more. She probably is going to come up with more projects. Of course, Ice Spice is going to be back on the radar again. People will be like, oh, Ice Spice is done. Ice Spice is done. I don't think she's really truly done. I think that the label have to sit with her and they have to all together discuss what's the next plans going to be for her. And we're going to hear about Ice Spice again. I just don't know when, but we definitely going to hear her around again, bro.
But because the people that go in there and don't really care about the space, they end up kind of ruining it for everyone, especially when there's only a handful of opportunities to typically go out for these labels on these, or for these women on these major labels. Because when somebody like a Young Miami goes in there and, you know, she gets all the funding and the backing, and then when she goes in her own solo career, she just kind of doesn't really put out music and doesn't really do anything, doesn't really progress as an artist, it makes labels way more likely to be hesitant when it comes to signing female rappers in the future and giving them that same treatment that they just gave somebody who basically flushed all their money down the toilet.
But like, look, if you want to be a rapper, bro, this is the easiest time to get in where you fit in. And if you just want the fame and the clout, still get in where you fit in, bro, because this is the easiest time to be a rapper. It's the easiest time to do anything, if I'm being 100% real with you. It's the easiest time to just get in where you fit in, whatever industry or thing you want to do in life right now. I really do think that hip-hop is not going to change. It's going to make things worse in the future. Thank y'all for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it so much, please give me a thumbs up and let me know how you feel in the comments down below. Make sure you check out Justice's video. Link will be in the description box below if you just want to hear his side, hear his opinion of it. And make sure you also go like and subscribe to him too, because he's like one of my favorite YouTubers, no doubt, for real. Make sure you follow all my social medias. Link will be in the description box below. Make sure you stay in tune with me, stay tuned with yourself, be kind to everyone, be kind to yourself, and make sure you tell everybody that you love them, because you never know when you're gonna lose them, and that's facts. And I'll catch you in my next video. Peace.